Because literally I had no idea. And she said, no, no, no. And it was at a facility down in the southern suburbs. And my wife and I went, and I had a profound experience. And I was just amazed at the vast sonic palette that resides within the instrument. And I grew up playing drum kit and playing hand percussion, and I've tapped on gongs and thought, wow, these are neat, but I was never exposed to it in this meditative environment. And my wife and I were laying next to each other, and this woman started to play, and I felt all this energy. I had to sit up. I was sort of trying to peek, gosh, what is she doing? And I felt completely abuzz. Mm-hmm. My wife laying next to me was very quiet and peaceful and in this wonderful kind of meditative state. And I thought, wow, there's really something here, because here's the two of us. I'm having experiences on one end of the scale of feeling completely, like electricity shooting through my body, and there's my wife having this very settled, wonderful experience. And so on the way home from that, I was driving, and I'll never forget it. I said to my wife, I said, that's what I want to do. And at the time, I had a regular corporate job, and several months later, I received a commission check. I had some discretionary income. I went on Craigslist. I bought a gong and started playing it. And then friends and family would come over in my living room, and they'd be like, play the gong, play the gong. So I started to play, and the response of all those people, they were like, wow, you were just born to do this.
Well, and I think the 33 years of transcendental meditation prior to that really prepared you.
I think so. And the fact that I've been playing drums and percussion on and off since age 9, I have a familiarity with holding sticks and mallets in my hand and striking instruments and understanding kind of the sensitivity or the velocity needed to tease sounds out of the gong or out of the drum.
And so when you reflect back now over the last 3 years, when you first started, has it met or exceeded your expectations?
You know what I tell people is that I never knew that life could be like this. I feel so blessed that I'm doing something that I absolutely love to do. I feel that the work that I do, I'm in service to people in providing a sonic backdrop for them to meditate or pray. And it incorporates my love for music and sound and rhythm that I've had since I was a boy, and it's a wonderful kind of marriage with my sense of spirituality and wanting to connect to source energy or to God or wherever you want to call that this is my vehicle to do that.
Now, does your wife meditate?
Yes, she does, yep.
And do you meditate together?
No, our schedules are such that my wife travels a lot with her work, and so she'll meditate on a plane or at the hotel or something like that. But yeah, once in a while we'll meditate together, especially if there's maybe something going on in the family and we want to send out a intention to a loved one who maybe is ill or going through some difficulties.
Can you say a few words about how meditation could be good for personal growth and growth of a relationship, the health of a relationship?
Certainly. I feel, first of all, I want to say that I feel very blessed that I was exposed to transcendental meditation, and I'm not saying that that's the perfect way for everybody. There are a bunch of different types of meditation out there, and I think people need to experiment and try different forms of meditation to find out what works best for their physiology and who they are and their schedules and whatnot. I feel that having a regular meditative practice is beneficial in life because it gives us a chance to separate ourselves from maybe situations that are going on at work or situations that may be going on at home. It gives us an opportunity to release stress and to possibly think through something instead of in a confrontational type setting. You might be apt to speak something and then regret it later.
Well, you're so true, because when we're angry, we have fight or flight hormones.
Yes,
and so our words will often reflect those hormones in our body, those fight or flight
Yes,
hormones.
yeah.
So we're more likely when we're stressed to say things that we really regret later.
Yes, yeah. And I think with meditation, what it does after a time, it takes off some of those rough edges, both emotionally, mentally. There are people that their minds are constantly moving and
Right.
gears turning in their head. And with a regular meditation practice, it kind of slows that process down.
Well, and I also think meditation helps with our empathy and sensitivity,
Yes.
because you can almost pick up on other people's energy, like you picked up on the energy of the gong when you first started.
Indeed, yes.
Now, Kenny, can you say a few words about you've got some workshops coming up at Infinity Foundation?
Yes, I'm doing, and and of course I don't have the date in my head, but I'm actually doing a workshop with Kathleen Rood, who is a shamanic practitioner, and she is leading a workshop called The Work That Reconnects, and it's about our relationship to the environment, and it's a very interesting workshop in a way that it looks at our feelings around ecologically based issues, and then during the workshop we do some hand drumming. I'll play the gong. We do a meditation during that. It's more or less a form of kind of centering, giving people a chance.
Do people need experience, or is it almost better if someone comes without experience?
No, there's no experience necessary. I think all you need is just a willingness to, in this workshop, to be open at looking at, our world is getting smaller because there's so many people on the planet, and sadly, technology,
Yeah.
our oceans are polluted, our air's polluted, our lakes and all that. And it's about getting in touch with the feelings around that, because so many people feel powerless. They say, well, okay, I can recycle at home, but what else can I do for the environment? This is more about getting in touch with feelings around that, and then feeling empowered that you can make changes, even small ones. But that's how things will eventually get better, is by people taking action and getting in tune with these various ecological issues, whether they're national or local.
And how long is the workshop? How many?
I believe it's about 2.5 hours.
And how much of that time will be spent with the gong meditation or drum circle?
The gong is probably maybe a 20-minute or half an hour meditation, and then the drumming that we do is more of a way of kind of moving some energy, getting physical, having some self-expression and whatnot, and I believe we do that for about half an hour as well.
Now, when you do your gong or drum circles or meditations, typically what goes on from the start to the finish of your meditations?
With the events that I do, typically they last about an hour or an hour and a half, and I will talk for 10 minutes or so. I introduce the concept of what this sound-based meditation is all about, and then I'll play the gong and the drum, and actually it lasts approximately an hour, and then people come back to the room, and generally there are questions, or people share what their experiences are, if they've had some insights during the meditation.
To me, the gong meditation, that's the best part. It's like, wow, what did we just do?
Yeah.
All right, got to wrap it up. For more information about Kenny Kolter, Infinity Foundation, or the Inner Quest, stay tuned to the credits at the end. Until next time, wish you good health, good spirits, and good fortune. Thank you, Kenny.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Please visit our website, infinityfoundation.org, or call us at 847-831-8828.